So shout out to Nicole. I was watching one of her videos about flow and no net, and something about it struck as I have been in this place of my own desire, this tender desire to be a part of facilitating true love between melanin dominant men and women. And I had a breakdown. I was just highly disturbed last night. So I'm here today because one of my practices now is I've decided that when I get instruction to do everything, oh my God, all of it, everything, I'm gonna do it. And I want to share a story of how it's already So one of my most disturbing desires was just slapping me up so hard last night is for what I know, what I see. What I know is possible, what I know, it feels like, what I know it looks like. When melanin dominant folks, specifically men and women, I've called it streaming clean, when we truly love. That's what I'm here for. And it's so disturbing for me, and it will be disturbing for others as well, because as I've said before, everything that obstructs gets slapped. And the thing particularly that got slapped in me is the ways that I obstruct love and the harshness of obstructing love and the ugliness. And then really touching on everything in me that is scared and rigid. Shit. And judgmental, and just all the things that I talk about all the time that I too am required to traverse and dissolve and return to love. So here's what happened. Shout out to Ruth. Ruth is Ruth is a business associate and a friend. She's a Milanese woman, and she lives here in Milan. And maybe about a month and a half or so ago, she sent me this short clip of her at a like a blues club or something like that with her boyfriend. And it reminded me of like a juke joint, of like a like like the Chitlin circuit, and you black woman at this jazz club or blues club singing the blues on the Chitlin circuit down south in 1950 type mood. And when I received this clip from Ruth, I remember thinking, oh, she's sending this to me because I'm Black, and being like, and basically responding to her like, why are you sending this to me? Something like that. I don't even remember exactly what I said, but I did not receive well, like appreciating beyond the whole, she's sending this to me because I'm Black. And it sort of ended at that. And Ruth and I have been in communication since then, but I hadn't addressed anything about that, and neither had she. And what happened was a combination of things. The slapping up that I got last night, because I've been, for weeks now, especially for like the last 2 weeks, I've been so much just like feeling that it's time for me to move around this desire. And just like wrangling with this thing. And so I saw Nicole's video about the membrane and the no net flow and risk and danger. And it had me question, like, okay, where am I still standing behind a net, or like still wanting to be held by a net versus fully launching into this desire and the woman that it takes to require me to be. And it's like I could just see, just like everything about me that feels like I need to do this to protect myself, to make sure I don't hurt, to make sure I don't have to receive you, to make sure like I can like be in it without being in it. And this is just mirrors what I've said so many times over the last like 3-4 months of like, I don't want to hurt, but it's a specific hurt, because there's been plenty of hurting. There's plenty of hurting that I've been hurting. It's the kind of hurt that would really change me. The kind of hurt that would really change me. That would just really just do what the fuck I want anyway. It's just like knock down everything that gets in the way of love. Just knock it all the fuck down. So when I was in this breakdown last night, and I posted in my community about it, and I was just so disturbed. I was just done for the night. I was just so disturbed, and I was crying, and I was like yelling, and I was just like, ah! But I knew like, okay, here. And I was just like, I gotta be in an intense practice. And there's more beyond what I stepped into. But the practice that I stepped into is, before I even get there, that broke something in me. That confrontation last night. So then today, I went to yoga. And it was so good. And I was just in this really soft place and tender, just so tender around it all. And I was walking out after changing, and I was just like, I need to go deal with this for Ruth, with this. So it was just like this, I just knew, it just came. And it wasn't just that, it was this, just like feeling all the places in me where I have been unloving. And Ruth was just one of the things that popped up. And also because she and I were communicating like yesterday or day before or something like that. And as I was walking out, I was like, message Ruth now. Message Ruth now. And so I had told myself, I think earlier today, that I'm going to respond to instruction like immediately. I'm not going to be like, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, or should I? Because I know how I can not do something. And so this is one of the practices that I'm engaging in to keep me in flow and being so radically honest in this flow state, so that anything in me that's obstructing gets confronted, and really allowing myself, like really being in it, and allowing myself to be penetrated by all the pain that I imagine comes with being a facilitator of true love between melanin dominant men and women, like in the ring. So I sat down and I just sent Ruth a voice note on WhatsApp. And I just told her very honestly about that, and basically like a reduced version of what I just told you. Like a 3-minute audio, and and how I, the whole part about where I got your message, and I was like, oh, she just sending that to me because I'm Black, and and I actually that was like maybe like 2 hours ago I sent her that message, and I just got home maybe like 45 minutes ago, and I listened to her message when I got here. And instantly I started crying. She sent me a voice note back, and like literally like within 15 seconds, she was like, that was so lovely to hear the message. And I started crying audibly, and because she received me, she got it. And then she was telling me that it wasn't a Black thing at all. She was saying when she saw the video, she said it touched her heart what the lady was singing, and that she thought of me, and that she sent the video to me and her mother. And I was just like, you see, Naima? Like all the ways I obstruct love, all the ways. Just like, and so anyway, I immediately felt a purification in that, and a reconciliation and an amending. And then I was just like, keep going. And then like, do a video right now. Like, oh yeah. And that's how I ended up here. It's like, do a video right now. And it's like, I don't know where the fuck this is gonna take me, because and this is also why I'm so fucking aggressive. And it's time for me to even soften around that, because I realize how tender we are. And I already knew, but I just, like, I feel it so much in a way that I can let it be out, versus like knowing it but keeping it reserved. How tender we are. How tender melanin dominant men are. Oh my God. How tender women are. Oh, we're so tender. We're so tender. We just don't want to be seen as weak, and like we're so scared. God. So anyway, that's it. I just wanted to come out here and share that. The desire, the story, the tenderness, the love, flow, all in. Who's coming with me?